Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions? Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and forget about the deeper parts of life. But what if I told you there's a way to make each day more meaningful, more alive? That's right. We're talking about bringing spirituality into your everyday life. Now don't worry. This isn't about joining a religion or spending hours meditating on a mountaintop. It's about finding a sense of connection and purpose in the simple things you do every day. Imagine feeling a sense of wonder when you sip your morning coffee, or finding peace in the middle of a busy workday. That's what being spiritual in daily life can do for you. You might be wondering, why should I care about being spiritual in my daily life? Well, let me tell you, it can make a world of difference. When we forget about our spiritual side, life can start to feel empty and pointless. You might find yourself asking, is this all there is? You go through your days on autopilot, not really feeling or experiencing much of anything. But when you bring a little spirituality into your daily routine, everything can change. Suddenly, even the most boring tasks can become special. Doing the dishes isn't just a chore anymore. It can be a moment of mindfulness and gratitude. Waiting in traffic isn't just frustrating. It can be a chance to practice patience and kindness. Being spiritual in daily life can help you feel more connected to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. It can give you a sense of peace and purpose, even when life gets tough. And the best part? You don't need to change your whole life or spend hours on complicated practices. Small, simple changes can make a big difference. Now you might be thinking, okay, but what exactly do you mean by spirituality? That's a great question, and it's important to understand what we're talking about before we dive in deeper. Spirituality is really about connecting with something bigger than ourselves. It's about finding meaning and purpose in life. Some people find this through religion, but you don't have to be religious to be spiritual. Spirituality can be as simple as feeling awe when you look at a beautiful sunset, or feeling deeply connected to others when you help someone in need. Think of spirituality as the part of you that wonders about the big questions in life. Why are we here? What's our purpose? How can we live a good life? It's the part of you that feels a sense of connection to the world around you, that believes there's more to life than just what we can see and touch. Spirituality isn't about following a set of rules or believing in specific things. It's a personal journey that's different for everyone. For some, it might involve prayer or meditation. For others, it might be about spending time in nature or helping others. The key is finding what works for you and what helps you feel more connected and alive. Being spiritual in daily life means bringing this sense of connection and meaning into your everyday activities. It's about being more aware, more present, and more open to the wonder and beauty that exists in the world around us, even in the midst of our busy, everyday lives. Now you might be thinking, that sounds nice, but how do I actually do that? Don't worry, we're going to get into the practical stuff soon. But first, let's talk about why this matters so much. In our modern world, it's easy to get disconnected. We're always rushing from one thing to the next, heads down in our phones, barely noticing the world around us. We get caught up in stress, worry, and the endless to-do lists. Before we know it, weeks, months, even years can go by. and we might find ourselves wondering where the time went and what it all means. This is where bringing spirituality into your daily life can make such a big difference. It's like adding color to a black and white picture. Suddenly, everything becomes more vivid, more meaningful. You start to notice things you never saw before: the kindness of a stranger, the beauty of a flower growing through a crack in the sidewalk, the warmth of the sun on your face. When you're more connected to your spiritual side, you're more likely to feel grateful for what you have, even when life isn't perfect. You're more likely to treat others with kindness and compassion because you see the connection between all people. You're more likely to take care of yourself because you recognize the sacredness of your own life and body. Being spiritual in daily life can also help you deal with the tough times. When you have a sense of something bigger than yourself, it's easier to put your problems in perspective. It doesn't mean your problems disappear, but it can give you strength and hope to face them. And here's the really cool thing. As you become more spiritual in your daily life, you might find that it starts to change the way you see everything. That job that used to feel boring, you might start to see it as a way to make a positive difference in the world. That neighbor who always annoyed you, you might start to see them with more compassion and understanding. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I'm already so busy. I don't have time to add anything else to my day. The beauty of bringing spirituality into your daily life is that you don't need to add anything new. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what you already do with more awareness and intention. It's about how you approach your day, how you think about things, how you interact with others. It's about finding moments of connection and meaning in the things you're already doing. And trust me, once you start doing this, you'll find that instead of taking time and energy, it actually gives you more time and energy. Because when you're connected to something bigger than yourself, when you're living with purpose and meaning, you'll find you have more to give. So, are you ready to learn how to bring more spirituality into your daily life? Are you ready to transform your everyday routine into something meaningful and beautiful? Great! Let's dive in and explore some practical ways you can start doing this right away. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's not about completely changing your life overnight. It's about small steps, little moments of awareness and connection that over time can add up to big changes in how you experience your life. As we go through these ideas, think about which ones resonate with you. Everyone's spiritual path is different, so what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to find what feels right for you, what helps you feel more connected and alive in your daily life. And don't worry if it feels a bit awkward or strange at first. Like anything new, it takes a little time and practice to get comfortable with it. Be patient with yourself, and remember that even small efforts can make a big difference over time. So let's start with the morning. How you begin your day can set the tone for everything that follows. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of starting the day with intention and awareness. But don't worry. We're not talking about hours of meditation or complicated rituals. We're talking about simple, practical things you can do to start your day on a spiritual note. One easy way to start is with a moment of gratitude. Before you even get out of bed, take a few seconds to think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your warm bed, or the sound of birds outside your window, or the fact that you slept well last night. This simple practice can help shift your mind from worry or stress to appreciation and positivity. Another morning practice you might try is setting an intention for the day. This isn't about making a to-do list or setting goals. It's about deciding how you want to approach your day. Maybe your intention is to be kind to everyone you meet, or to stay calm in stressful situations, or to notice beauty around you. Having an intention can help you stay focused and mindful throughout your day. You might also try starting your day with a few deep breaths. This doesn't have to take long. Even just 30 seconds of slow, deep breathing can help center you and bring you into the present moment. As you breathe, you might imagine breathing in peace and calm, and breathing out any tension or worry. If you have a bit more time in the morning, you might try a short meditation or prayer. This doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as sitting quietly for a few minutes, focusing on your breath, or repeating a meaningful phrase or word. The goal is to create a moment of stillness and connection before you dive into the busyness of your day. Remember, the key is to find what works for you. Maybe you're not a morning person, and the idea of doing anything extra in the morning feels overwhelming. That's okay. Maybe your spiritual morning practice is simply to pause for a moment before you get out of bed. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you're alive, and that's a gift. Even that small moment of awareness can make a difference. As you go about your morning routine, showering, getting dressed, eating breakfast, try to bring a sense of mindfulness to these activities. Instead of rushing through them on autopilot, really pay attention to what you're doing. Feel the water on your skin in the shower. Notice the colors and textures of the clothes you put on. Really taste and enjoy your breakfast. These might seem like small things, but they can help you start your day with a sense of presence and appreciation. And that can set the tone for a more spiritual, more connected day overall. Now, let's talk about how to bring spirituality into your daily activities. This is where the real magic happens, when you start to find meaning and connection in the everyday things you do. One powerful way to do this is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply about being fully present in the moment, aware of what you're doing and experiencing without judgment. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. You can practice mindfulness in any activity. When you're walking, for example, really pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the movement of your body, the air on your skin. When you're eating, really taste your food, noticing the flavors, textures, and smells. When you're talking to someone, give them your full attention, really listening to what they're saying. Another way to bring spirituality into your daily life is through acts of kindness and service. This doesn't have to be anything big or dramatic. It could be as simple as holding the door for someone, offering a sincere compliment, or taking a moment to really listen to a friend who's having a tough time. When you approach these acts with intention, seeing them as a way to connect with others and spread positivity, they become spiritual practices. You can also find spirituality in your work, whatever that may be. Instead of seeing your job as just a way to make money, try to see it as a way to contribute something positive to the world. Even if your job doesn't feel particularly meaningful, you can bring meaning to it through your attitude and approach. Maybe you can be the person who brings a smile to your coworkers' faces, or who always goes the extra mile to help a customer. Nature can be a powerful source of spiritual connection in daily life. Even if you live in a city, you can find ways to connect with nature. Maybe it's noticing the sky as you walk to work, or tending to a houseplant, or sitting in a park during your lunch break. Take a moment to really observe and appreciate the natural world around you. Gratitude is another powerful spiritual practice you can bring into your daily life. Throughout your day, try to notice things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a cup of good coffee, a warm smile from a stranger, or a moment of peace in a busy day. When you cultivate gratitude, you start to see the world differently. You notice more good things, and you feel more connected and content. You can also bring spirituality into your relationships. Practice really listening to others without just waiting for your turn to speak. Try to see the best in people, even when they're annoying you. Forgive more easily. Show love and appreciation to the people in your life. These are all spiritual practices that can transform your relationships and your life. Another way to bring spirituality into your daily life is through creativity. Whether it's cooking a meal, working on a hobby, or solving a problem at work, approach it with a sense of joy and self-expression. See your creative activities as a way to connect with your inner self and express something meaningful. You might also try incorporating some simple rituals into your day. This could be lighting a candle when you start work, saying a brief prayer or affirmation before meals, or taking a moment of silence before bed to reflect on your day. These small rituals can help create moments of pause and connection throughout your day. Remember, bringing spirituality into your daily life isn't about adding more things to your to-do list. It's about changing how you approach the things you're already doing. It's about finding meaning and connection in the ordinary moments of your day. As you start to practice these things, you might find that your whole perspective starts to shift. You might start to see the sacred in the everyday. You might find more joy in simple things. You might feel more connected to others and to the world around you. And here's the really amazing thing. As you become more spiritual in your daily life, you might find that it starts to spread to others around you. Your calm presence might help soothe a stressed-out coworker. Your kind words might brighten someone's day. Your gratitude might inspire others to be more appreciative. Of course, bringing spirituality into your daily life isn't always easy. There will be days when you forget, when you get caught up in stress or busyness and lose that sense of connection. That's okay. The key is to be gentle with yourself and just keep coming back to these practices. Over time, as you continue to bring awareness and intention to your daily activities, you might find that being spiritual becomes more natural, more automatic. It becomes less about doing specific practices and more about a general approach to life, an approach of openness, awareness, gratitude, and connection. And that's really what spirituality in daily life is all about. It's about transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. It's about finding meaning and beauty in the simple moments of your day. It's about connecting with something bigger than yourself, even as you go about your everyday routines. So as you go through your day today, try to bring a little more awareness, a little more intention to what you're doing. Notice the world around you. Be kind to others. Find moments of gratitude. Connect with nature. Bring creativity and joy to your tasks, and see how it starts to change your experience of life. Remember, spirituality isn't something separate from your daily life. It's a way of approaching your daily life. It's about living with more awareness, more intention, more connection. And the beautiful thing is, you can start right now, in this very moment. Take a deep breath. Look around you. Notice something beautiful or interesting that you might usually overlook. Feel gratitude for something in your life. And just like that, you've taken a step towards a more spiritual daily life. As you continue on this journey, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort and intention, you can transform your everyday life into something truly meaningful and beautiful. You can find that sense of connection and purpose you've been longing for. And you might just find that your ordinary life was extraordinary all along. You just needed to look at it with new eyes. So go ahead, take that first step. Bring a little spirituality into your day today, and then do it again tomorrow, and the next day. Before you know it, you might find that your whole life has been transformed, one ordinary moment at a time. Morning ritual. Let's talk about how to start your day in a spiritual way. Your morning sets the tone for your whole day, so it's a great time to connect with your spiritual side. Don't worry, you don't need to wake up at dawn or spend hours meditating. Even a few minutes can make a big difference. Here's a simple morning ritual you might try. When you first wake up, before you even get out of bed, take a few deep breaths. As you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in peace and positivity. As you breathe out, let go of any worries or stress. This only takes a minute, but it can help you start your day feeling calm and centered. Next, you might want to set an intention for your day. This isn't about making a to-do list. It's more about how you want to approach your day. Maybe your intention is to be kind to everyone you meet, or to stay calm even when things get stressful. Having an intention can help you stay focused on what really matters to you throughout the day. Another great morning practice is gratitude. Before you start your day, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your warm bed, or the cup of coffee you're about to enjoy, or the fact that you slept well last night. Focusing on gratitude can help you start your day with a positive mindset. If you have a bit more time in the morning, you might want to do some gentle stretching or yoga. This can help you connect with your body and get your energy flowing for the day ahead. As you stretch, you could focus on your breath or repeat a positive phrase to yourself. Remember, your morning ritual doesn't have to be long or complicated. Even just a few minutes of mindful, intentional activity can make a big difference to how you feel throughout the day. The key is to find what works for you and make it a regular part of your morning routine. As you go about the rest of your morning routine, showering, getting dressed, eating breakfast, try to bring mindfulness to these activities. Really feel the water on your skin as you shower. Notice the colors and textures of the clothes you put on. Taste and enjoy your breakfast instead of rushing through it. By starting your day with intention and awareness, you're setting yourself up to bring more spirituality into the rest of your day. You're creating a foundation of calm and connection that can help you navigate whatever challenges come your way. Now let's talk about how to turn eating into a spiritual practice. You might be thinking, eating? Spiritual? Really? But yes, eating can be a powerful way to connect with yourself, with others, and with the world around you. Think about it. Eating is something we do every day, multiple times a day. It's a chance to nourish our bodies, to enjoy pleasurable sensations, and often to connect with others. When we approach eating mindfully, it can become a rich, meaningful experience. So, how can you practice mindful eating? It starts with paying attention. Instead of eating on autopilot while you're watching TV or scrolling through your phone, try to focus fully on your meal. Notice the colors and shapes of your food. Smell it before you start eating. As you take each bite, really taste it. Notice the flavors, the textures, the temperature. Eating mindfully also means eating slowly. Take your time with each bite. Put your fork down between bites. Chew thoroughly. This not only helps you enjoy your food more, but it's also better for your digestion. Another aspect of mindful eating is gratitude. Before you start eating, take a moment to feel grateful for your food. Think about where it came from, the plants that grew, the animals that were raised, the people who harvested, transported, and prepared the food. Recognizing all the effort and resources that went into your meal can help you appreciate it more. If you eat with others, mindful eating can be a way to connect more deeply. Really engage in conversation. Listen actively when others are speaking. Share your own thoughts and feelings. Eating together can be a beautiful bonding experience when we're fully present for it. Mindful eating can also help you make healthier choices. When you're really paying attention to your food and how it makes you feel, you're more likely to choose foods that truly nourish you. You're also more likely to notice when you're full and stop eating, rather than overeating out of habit or distraction. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't have time for a mindful meal 3 times a day. That's okay. Even bringing mindfulness to 1 meal a day, or even just the first few bites of a meal, can make a difference. Maybe you choose to eat your breakfast mindfully, or to have a mindful lunch break at work. Remember, mindful eating isn't about being perfect. It's about bringing more awareness and appreciation to your meals when you can. Over time, as you practice, you might find that mindful eating becomes more natural and enjoyable. And here's a beautiful thing about mindful eating. It can help you enjoy your food more, even if you're eating something very simple. When you're really paying attention, even a piece of fruit or a slice of bread can become a rich, satisfying experience. By turning eating into a spiritual practice, you're not just nourishing your body, you're nourishing your soul. You're taking a necessary daily activity and transforming it into a moment of connection, gratitude, and joy. And that's what bringing spirituality into daily life is all about. Now, let's explore how connecting with nature can be a powerful spiritual practice in your daily life. You might be thinking, but I live in a city, or I'm too busy to go hiking every day. Don't worry. Connecting with nature doesn't have to mean spending hours in the wilderness. There are ways to connect with the natural world, even in the busiest urban environment. First, let's talk about why connecting with nature is so important for our spiritual well-being. Nature has a way of reminding us that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. When we see the vastness of the sky, the intricate details of a flower, or the rhythms of the seasons, we're reminded of the wonder and mystery of life. Nature can help us feel grounded, peaceful, and connected to the world around us. So, how can you bring more nature connection into your daily life? Start by simply noticing the natural world around you, wherever you are. As you walk to work or run errands, look up at the sky. Notice the clouds, the color of the sky, the movement of birds. Look for plants growing in unexpected places. A flower pushing through a crack in the sidewalk. A tree growing in a small urban park. If you have a bit more time, try to spend a few minutes each day outside. This could be as simple as drinking your morning coffee on your balcony or taking a short walk during your lunch break. When you're outside, use all your senses. Feel the air on your skin. Listen to the sounds around you. Smell the scents in the air. Even if you can't get outside, you can still connect with nature. Keep a plant in your home or office, and take a few moments each day to really look at it. Notice how it's growing and changing. Open a window and feel the fresh air. Watch the sky change colors at sunset from your window. Another way to connect with nature is through the food you eat. When you're preparing or eating fruits and vegetables, take a moment to think about where they came from. The soil, the sun, the rain that helped them grow. This can be a way to feel connected to the natural cycles of the earth, even in the middle of a busy day. You might also try bringing natural elements into your living or working space. This could be as simple as keeping a vase of flowers on your desk, or decorating with natural materials like wood, stone, or plants. Having these natural elements around you can help you feel more connected to nature throughout your day. If you have more time, try to plan regular outings in nature. This could be a weekend hike, a picnic in the park, or even just sitting by a lake or the ocean. When you're in these natural settings, practice being fully present. Notice the details around you, the texture of tree bark, the movement of leaves in the wind, the patterns in the water. Remember, connecting with nature isn't about having grand, Instagram-worthy experiences in spectacular landscapes, though those can be nice too. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder and connection with the natural world in your everyday life. It's about remembering that you're part of nature, not separate from it. As you practice connecting with nature, you might find that it becomes easier to feel a sense of peace and perspective in your daily life. Nature has a way of putting our human concerns into perspective. When we're stressed about work or worried about the future, spending a few moments looking at the vast sky or feeling the solid earth beneath our feet can help us remember that our problems are just a small part of a much bigger picture. Connecting with nature can also be a powerful way to practice mindfulness. When you're really paying attention to the natural world around you, it brings you into the present moment. You're not worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. You're simply here now, experiencing the world around you. By making nature connection a regular part of your daily life, you're creating moments of peace, wonder, and spiritual connection throughout your day. You're reminding yourself of the beauty and mystery of life, even in the midst of your busy routine. And that's a powerful way to bring more spirituality into your everyday life. Kindness practice. Let's talk about how being kind to others can be a powerful spiritual practice in your daily life. Kindness isn't just about being nice. It's a way to connect with others, to make the world a little bit better, and to grow spiritually yourself. The beautiful thing about kindness is that it doesn't have to be big or dramatic. Small acts of kindness can make a big difference, both to others and to yourself. It could be as simple as smiling at a stranger, holding the door for someone, or sending a supportive message to a friend. One way to make kindness a daily practice is to set an intention each morning to do at least one kind thing that day. This could be something planned, like bringing coffee to a coworker, or it could be spontaneous, like helping someone who looks lost. The key is to be on the lookout for opportunities to be kind. When you practice kindness, try to do it without expecting anything in return. This is where it becomes a spiritual practice. You're not being kind to get something back or to make yourself look good. You're doing it simply because it's the right thing to do, because it makes the world a little bit better. Kindness can also be about how you treat yourself. Practice self-kindness by speaking to yourself with compassion, taking care of your needs, and forgiving yourself when you make mistakes. Remember, being kind to yourself is just as important as being kind to others. Another aspect of kindness is how you think about others. Try to cultivate kind thoughts, even towards people who annoy or frustrate you. When someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of getting angry, you might think, maybe they're having a really tough day. This doesn't mean you have to like everyone or approve of their actions, but approaching others with kindness in your heart can make a big difference to how you feel. As you practice kindness, you might notice that it starts to change how you see the world. You might become more aware of the kindness of others. You might find that your relationships improve, and you might discover that being kind actually makes you feel good. It can boost your mood and give you a sense of purpose and connection. Remember, kindness is a practice. Some days it might feel easy, other days it might be more challenging. That's okay. The important thing is to keep trying, to keep looking for ways to bring more kindness into your daily life. As we come to the end of the day, taking time for reflection can be a powerful spiritual practice. It's a chance to process your experiences, learn from your day, and set intentions for tomorrow. One simple way to practice evening reflection is to spend a few minutes before bed thinking about your day. You might ask yourself questions like, what am I grateful for today? What challenged me? What did I learn? How did I grow? This practice can help you appreciate the good things in your life and find meaning in your experiences, even the difficult ones. Another aspect of evening reflection can be forgiveness. Think about any moments in the day when you felt hurt or angry, or when you might have hurt someone else. Can you forgive others? Can you forgive yourself? Letting go of resentments and regrets before sleep can help you feel more peaceful and start the next day with a clean slate. You might also want to use this time to set intentions for the next day. Based on what you experienced today, what do you want to do differently tomorrow? What qualities do you want to embody? Setting these intentions can help you approach the next day with more purpose and awareness. Some people find it helpful to write down their reflections in a journal. This can be a way to process your thoughts more deeply and track your spiritual growth over time. But if writing isn't your thing, simply spending a few quiet minutes in thought can be just as valuable. Evening reflection can also be a time for gratitude. Think of 3 things you're grateful for from your day. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for a delicious meal, a moment of laughter with a friend, or the comfort of your bed. Focusing on gratitude can help you end your day on a positive note. Remember, evening reflection doesn't have to be a long or formal practice. Even just a few minutes of mindful reflection before sleep can make a big difference to your spiritual well-being and help you feel more connected and centered in your daily life. Bringing spirituality into your daily life isn't always easy. There will be days when you forget, when you're too busy or stressed to practice, or when it all just feels too hard. That's okay. It's a normal part of the journey. One common challenge is feeling like you don't have enough time. Life is busy, and it can seem impossible to add anything else to your day. The key here is to remember that spirituality isn't about adding more things to do. It's about changing how you approach what you're already doing. It's about bringing more awareness and intention to your everyday activities. Another challenge can be feeling like you're not doing it right. Maybe you tried meditation and found your mind wandering constantly. Or you tried to practice gratitude but struggled to think of anything to be thankful for. Remember, there's no perfect way to be spiritual. It's a personal journey, and what matters is that you're making an effort. Be patient with yourself and keep trying. Sometimes you might feel discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Spiritual growth often happens slowly, in small ways that aren't always obvious at first. Trust that your efforts are making a difference, even if you can't see it right away. You might also face skepticism from others who don't understand why you're trying to be more spiritual. That's okay. You don't need to explain or justify your practices to anyone. This is your personal journey. When you face challenges, it can help to remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. What drew you to want more spirituality in your life? Connecting with that motivation can help you stay committed even when it's difficult. Remember, it's okay to start small. If trying to meditate for 20 minutes feels overwhelming, start with just 1 minute. If you forget your morning gratitude practice, don't beat yourself up. Just start again tomorrow. Every small effort counts. And here's an important thing to remember. Spirituality isn't about being perfect. It's about growing, learning, and becoming more aware. Even the challenges and setbacks are part of your spiritual journey. They're opportunities to practice patience, self-compassion, and perseverance. As we come to the end of our exploration of how to be spiritual in daily life, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've discovered that spirituality isn't something separate from our everyday lives. It's a way of approaching our everyday lives with more awareness, intention, and connection. We've explored various practices, from morning rituals to mindful eating, from connecting with nature to practicing kindness. We've talked about the importance of evening reflection and how to overcome challenges along the way. But remember, these are just suggestions. The beauty of spirituality is that it's a personal journey, and you get to decide what it looks like for you. The key takeaway is this: being spiritual in daily life isn't about adding more things to your to-do list. It's about bringing more awareness, gratitude, and intention to the things you're already doing. It's about finding moments of connection and meaning in the midst of your everyday routines. As you go forward from here, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's okay to start small, to forget sometimes, to struggle. What matters is that you keep coming back to your intention to live with more awareness and connection. Remember that every moment is an opportunity to practice spirituality. Whether you're stuck in traffic, washing dishes, or in an important meeting, you can always choose to approach the moment with mindfulness, kindness, and gratitude. And perhaps most importantly, remember that your spiritual journey is ongoing. There's no finish line to cross, no perfect state to achieve. It's about continual growth, learning, and discovery. Each day is a new opportunity to connect with yourself, with others, and with the world around you in a deeper way. So, as you go about your day to day, and in the days to come, try to bring a little more awareness to your actions. Look for moments of beauty and wonder in the world around you. Practice kindness, both to yourself and to others. Find things to be grateful for. And see how, little by little, your everyday life becomes infused with more meaning, more connection, more spirituality. Your journey to a more spiritual daily life starts now, in this very moment. And the beautiful thing is, you have everything you need to begin right where you are. So take a deep breath, set your intention, and step forward into a more spiritual way of living. Your everyday life is waiting to be transformed.